Hello, if you just want a quick tutorial on how to play Tag Force 2, let me remind you, it's very simple. All you need to do is build a deck out of strong level 4 monsters with really high stats, and maybe like a dowsing sprinkle of like some, 5, 6 level monsters with really high attacks, and you'll go a long way, trust me. It's not that hard. You do not need what I'm about to show you or link you in the description below. Anyways, without further ado, Tag Force 2. Ooh, boy, oh my god, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something. Tag Force 2, by far, is the second shortest game you would need to play in order if you want to do what I did. Or actually just do what you want to do to complete the video game, which is experience an ending with one character. Realistically, unlike Tag Force 1, there's like a whole bunch, it's split into three parts, and like the enjoyable parts is like part 1, where you're there, you're like dueling other people, you like do the occasional tag duel on Sunday, and you'll have like many like events sprinkled in, which I think are references to the anime in some way. um One thing I think I forgot to mention about that in the first video is that there are a little events sprinkled in there, like the for example, the Dark Magician girl that duels you into is, obviously comes from one. Obviously you duel her in an event during a school event in one where you're like dressed up as costumes and stuff like that. But anyways, before we get to Alexis, we need to do some other things first because, and like everything else, I started a tradition, not a tradition. I started to impose myself a like rule, like okay, let's build a deck. Let's build an actual Yu-Gi-Oh deck during the time period of when this was made. And this specifically is 2007. March 3rd. So we're working with decks during that ban list specifically. It went through two iterations. The first one was like some sort of Diamond 2 Turbo, and I looked into it. There's not a lot of information. Well, there's very few information, one. And two, I just couldn't understand it because my feeble mind could not understand what the heck you were supposed to do. So I switched over to Demise OTK, and that was much simpler. And we're going to learn real quick that it is much easier to win the video game if you just complete. It is much easier to win a tag duel if you just win on your turn, and that's it. That's pretty much it. Which ironically, I think it's really fun. I like. Okay, we'll get to the. I'll explain to this when we get to Tag Force 5, because that's when it gets real boring, and that's when I really hate it. Either by the combination of the fact that it's kind of boring, and by the fact that I've been playing so much Tag Force by the time I got to 5 in the first place. But I think like it's really fun. Like the few combination of cards and how you're gonna get to your OTK in the first place is like I think like kind of enjoyable. In fact, I'm not a big Yu-Gi-Oh person. Obviously, I couldn't tell you what's from what's was going on. But this is like one of the few things this is the one more enjoyable things. It's like I get to interact with Yu-Gi-Oh, not have to have another person there, and like in a much simpler format where everything's much slower, working with a lot of turns here. It's not blazing fast. And when we get to 4, it'll the speed of the pace will definitely pick up. But that's besides the point. So real quick, this is a semi guide sort of. Not no, that's a lie. First off, we're gonna showing you a couple of things. We're gonna showing you Blair's route. And the thing with this game is that there are 8 hearts, and so you're going to need 8 sandwiches. Now, sadly, they jacked up the price from 50 dual points to 500 dual points. So, the economy sure hit Duel Academy. But in honesty, I think I played Blair because I needed to because it's oddly not strangely not oddly not strangely to keep you playing this game for a long time. You will have requirements and some packs where you get your cards to build your decks, and the packs that I needed are locked behind certain requirements. Let me see if I can show the list right here. Okay, I have it right here. Very much so. So like let's say if we give for example for Demise, I need Demise because I'm doing Demise OTK. I need the Cyber Rhapsody pack. And that's very much simply being partnered with Alexis. But as we go on this, you're gonna need Fusion Time, which is obtained from getting 50% of Time Akira pack, and then you need to get that. You need like 50% of the Beginner's Monster pack, stuff like that. Those are the easiest ones, 50% of something. But the more harder ones are going to be like things like making the team, is like being partners with any page 2 character, which is easier than easier than what the what oh sorry, my bad. It's easier than fusion time, not fusion time, a bugs deal, which is like where I need some of my cards. And those required completion of 20% of the challenges or beating the game with a page 3 character, and you need to be a page 1 character first in order to get to the page 2 and the page 3 characters. And the only way to unlock page 2 and page 3 characters as partners is if you beat them 10 times in either the section you beat them in or in like the free duel. So thank the Lord for free duel. But anyways, Blair's route was honestly kind of a nice nice romp through. Very much so. It's very easy. It's like, it's just, Blair obviously has a crush on Jaden. Well, I didn't know that, but it's very obviously present that she has a crush on Jaden. She's in middle school, by the way, so good luck with that, Jaden. But she likes going through. She's like trying to figure out how to be a good mate. That was weird. A good like girlfriend to Jaden. So you're running around doing this and that, this other thing. Run into some other things. It's a nice experience. It's much more relaxed than like doing like, who was it, like Atticus's, like which he like goes through. Like, I didn't even finish Atticus because I wanted to unlock one of the things, and this won't become apparent till like Tag Force 3, where you'll have like a second like sort of like option to toggle to it'll come up more in 3, but there's like, it doesn't matter now. We won't talk about that. My bad. Anyways, her character ends off on like, she duels Jaden. Finally, she tag duels with you and you against Jaden and whatever fucking random dude. And like, once you finish off, she has the courage. Like, all right, this is it. I'm gonna tell him I love him. And she does. But then Jaden, the dense mofo that he is like, I like dueling with you too. I enjoy it. And then she's like, oh wait, but, and then she's kind of sad. And then she's like, and then it's like, oh, let's all duel Jaden. It's like, no, I'm a duel Jaden. It's like, no, I'm his partner. No, I'm his partner. And then she's like, then she values you and your friendship. And then you go on your merry way. And then you have a grand old time. And that's fun. That was enjoyable. I like Blair more now as a character. I think she's adorable. But let's get to the meat of the thing right now. Okay, so first off, every first 4 heart events, 1, 2, and 3, 4, every 4 heart events are shared by like all of the characters, and so they're all really the same. So we only really need to talk about like heart events 5, 6, 7, and 8. So first off, in Alexis's heart events, once you first off with Jasmine and Mindy, Jasmine and Mindy are there. They're like, why the heck are you what you red slack? I think they call it Slife or red slacker in like the anime. I'm not sure. Like Jasmine and Mindy, best friends of Alexis, is like, why the hell are you teaming up with Alexis? You gotta have been doing something, you slacker. And then she's like, well, I chose them. I'm not really slacking. You beat them. Then the next morning they're missing. This will be a theme. And the 6th event, you go up to Chaz and Atticus, and they're like, no. And Atticus, mind you, is the brother in the brother that she was looking for in the first game. Doesn't matter. You and Chaz are like, that's like, nah, we'll be your partners. You get out of here, you bozo. And he's like, what? No, I wanted him to be my partner. And obviously, like, Chaz has a big crush on Alexis. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. That doesn't go anywhere. You beat them, and then it's like, hey, man. It was like Atticus is like, hey, sis, it's kind of weird. You're kind of sad. Something's going on. It's like, nah. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, they're trying to cheer up. And so, like, try to cheer up. And I was like, oh, okay. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And then they both go missing. And then the 7th heart event, and like, you duel against Jaden and Cyrus, and then like, just like, I got to, don't know what there are. Something like real strange is going on. And then Jaden's like, yeah, let's go look for them. And then they go missing too. Except, and side note, Tyranno was there, but he doesn't go missing because, funny enough, he didn't duel you two. It's a pattern of like, you two duel 2 other dudes, and then like they go missing. And then finally, this all goes to a head where like you and Atticus, not Atticus because he's already gone, but you and Alexis go to the abandoned dorm where all the people are. It's like, oh dang, Titan and Jin's over there. I have no idea if Titan is. He apparently wants like revenge or something. I think he's like important in the anime in the first season. Who really cares? You duel him and Jinzo, and finally you beat them both, and you save their souls. And then she's like crying at the end. It's like, oh god, so happy. She's crying, and then like afterwards, Jaden's like, "Oh, why are you crying?" And then she gets all flustered, like, "I'm not crying. Forget you." And then she takes you, and you guys leave, and she tells you, "Hey, I couldn't have done this without you. Let's play partners forever." And that is the end of her heart event. Boom, done. I really like these games as much as like I like exhaust myself playing some of these games. I just sit through these straight, going and going and going and going and going. I really enjoy them. If you want to play them, if you have a PSP on you or something like that, go play them. They're really great. Other than that, I'm done with 2. We'll get to 3, and then we can finally start talking about like the alternate forms of characters, because it'll be prevalent as the series goes on. In 4, and most importantly in 4, because there's gonna be a little more. Well, no, their relevance means it's very little. But once we get to 3, it'll be the end of this, the GX era, and then we'll go to the what's it called? 5Ds era of Yu-Gi-Oh, and things will get real fast, real quick. But other than that, yeah. Let it be known that I pull golden eggs 100% of the golden egg sandwiches 100% of the time. I don't have to prove myself for that. Thank you for watching, and hopefully something interesting will happen in Smash Legends. Wink, wink, not judge. I didn't get a code for their champion early, so womp womp to me there. But other than that, yeah, maybe something planned for Smash Legends. Hooray! All right, thank you for watching. If you wanna spare a sub, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good night.